At Harbes Farm, it's not a question of, is there anything to do?
Give him another little pet.
It's whether you'll have enough time to get it all done. From pig racing.
Let's see the pigs! Here they all go!
To apple blasting.
I'm going way up here.
To a jumbo jumper. It's an all-in-the-family approach for Ed and Monica Harbes, who set out to build a perfect place for families with their family.
We have been in the industry for 13 generations, and now it's being passed down to my son, and we anticipate that it to continue to our grandchildren and great-grandchildren.
As the Harbes celebrate 35 years in business this summer, you can see they've truly expanded their footprint across the North Fork. That includes Harbes Barnyard, Harbes Vineyard, Harbes Orchard, and of course, a shop to buy their fresh Harbes produce and baked goods. Something Ed and Monica couldn't have imagined when they said, "I do," nearly 5 decades ago. Ed Harbes grew up watching his father grow potatoes on the North Fork, like so many others in the 1960s. But he never thought he'd follow in those same farming footsteps. That is, until he met Monica.
I was a new girl in the class. He said that he heard a little voice that said, "Now this girl I could truly love."
The high school sweethearts married in 1978 and decided they wanted to keep the Harbes farming legacy alive.
Ed said, "Dad, I would like to work on the farm." And his father said, "Are you sure you want to do that?" There was a lot of work to do. And in terms of a 9-to-5 job, that was non-existent.
But despite their hard work, there wasn't much profit in potatoes, and Ed and Monica had mouths to feed.
At one point, I had 4 children under the age of 6. There was a lot of demands on me as a mother and my husband as a father to provide for us. Sometimes you just have to take that leap of faith to do that next thing.
That next thing came in 1989 when the Harbes planted a new type of super sweet corn. And of course, when it came time to sell the crop, it was a family affair.
Our first farm stand was actually a cabbage bin. My son, who was 10 at the time, he was our first salesman, so he would just stay there and try to sell the corn. He remembers how much we made that first day, and it was $56.
That cabbage bin eventually grew into a 12 by 12 gazebo, and their list of crops multiplied too, and included pumpkins.
We planted the pumpkin seeds, we harvest the pumpkins, and then we set them on, a real pretty display, and people would come up to my husband or myself or our kids and say, "Can we go out to the field and pick the pumpkins?" Our initial response was, "No, they're already picked for you." After a number of times of saying no, we got to thinking, well, maybe there's actually something more to this that we're not, quite getting.
Ed and Monica realized visitors didn't just want to buy their crops, they wanted a full farm experience.
That was probably the activity that really launched us into agritourism. We started doing hay rides, we started doing corn mazes. It just became more of a farm experience.
We'll be riding for Penelope Purple out in front!
No matter what your day at Harbes looks like, or whichever season you decide to visit, it's sure to be an immersive one.
I would love to see this legacy remain being a fun, family, educational farm for future generations.
I mean, they literally have everything here.
All thought out, too, from food to fun and a great family story.
And just one of the family-run farms here on the East End. All right, summer may be winding down, but that does not mean you still can't enjoy the East End waters. I headed out for a sail on Yacht Kelpie with the woman better known as Captain. This is amazing. It is a luxury nautical experience on Long Island's East End that is the epitome of exclusivity and elegance.
If we could, we'll get your shoes in the basket and then welcome on board.
No shoes, no problem. Cheers. The day starts off with a glass of rosé on board the Siren. That's the boat that takes you to your final destination, the gorgeous Kelpie, a 1928 79-foot traditional gaff-rigged schooner.
Kelpie Siren, headed your way with 2 guests.
Yeah, copy.
I've been waiting to meet you.
I was searching for the perfect boat.
Sea Captain Shannon Carlton, Kelpie's owner and skipper, says she found her in Spain about 6 years ago and knew immediately it was the boat of her dreams.
It was love at first sight. I mean, when I saw her, I flew to Spain right away. And then I sailed her to Italy and put her on a giant ship, and I sent her to Baltimore.
Captain Shannon now shares Kelpie with anyone looking for a taste of luxury on an East End yachting excursion in the waters off Sag Harbor.
Let her go, Jack. The experience is full on going back in time. We try and start the charters with Billie Holiday, Patsy Cline. It feels very glamorous, very Gatsby. I wanted something that kind of reflected me and my love of old world glam and luxury. Hold your ears. I think I was 5 years old when I used to tell my father, I want to be a sea captain. I want to go to sea. Don't want to land life. It used to be a game for my father to say, okay, now can you do it blind? Now can you do it backwards? You know, do it with your eyes closed. Can you feel where the wind is?
Chartering a yacht isn't hard to find, but a female captain like Shannon is.
6% of skippers are women. I think I stand out a little bit more because I am never seen in pants.
You also look like a model, so there's that.
I do try and keep the role as feminine as possible because in reality it's not a very feminine role. You can't fake being a schooner captain. You can't, and so I'm very comfortable in this role and very proud.
On board Kelpie, you get to decide what your dream sail looks like.
We are certified for 24, and we do get a lot of groups that size. And then, you know, the other day we had 2 people. It's all private, no matter what. Some big, some small. We'll send them 4 or 5 menus to choose from. The sunset sails, folks are usually a little bit dressed up for those, and it's very romantic. We have the golden hour light. It's stunning. The daytime sails, it's a completely different experience. It's very south of France feeling, especially just jumping off and diving into the water and swimming.
What does Kelpie mean?
It's Scottish mythology. The Kelpie horses, like here, they used to inhabit the lochs in Scotland, and they could come out and take on the shape of a human if they were out of the water. Some say that they were evil, some say that they're good. I like the good version for Kelpie.
For people who don't necessarily have luxury every single day in their life and they save up for something like this.
That is our favorite. We know who those people are, and the joy that we all get in spoiling them and just making them feel like royalty.
An old Scottish proverb once said, "A good beginning makes a good ending." On board this Scottish ship, the time spent is nothing short of extraordinary.
She's a beauty, but she is as seaworthy as you get. It's heaven.
That was one of the most amazing things I've ever done.
Talk about first class, too.
Ah, it was incredible.
What a ride.
Yeah.
Well, we have some new neighbors on the East End. Hissing cockroaches, camels, and capybaras.
We teamed up with Discover Long Island for an inside look at the Long Island Game Farm.
Get up close and personal with camels, wallabies, capybaras, and more here at the Long Island Game Farm in Manorville.
We have around 100 animals here, ranging from normal things like goats to zebras, squirrel monkeys, pretty much a little bit of everything. We carry many different certifications from the USDA. We go to classes through the San Diego Wildlife Alliance, and all of our staff is extremely dedicated to the work we do here.
Some of the newest animals to the park are the camels, capybaras, and Madagascar hissing cockroaches. You can even book an exclusive behind-the-scenes encounter to learn their unique stories and get up close and personal with them.
We rehome a lot of our animals, meaning we take them in from places that can't take care of them anymore.
Other engaging experiences include wallaby encounters, baby goat feeding, meeting the squirrel monkeys and ring-tailed lemurs, and personalized VIP tours, which also include admission to the park, animal food, and milk bottles.
In 2023, we started the Foundation for Wildlife Sustainability, which is our nonprofit arm, and it's geared towards connecting wildlife with people and educating the public. Starting this fall, we will be having educational classes for both children and adults in our new heated and air-conditioned building that the nonprofit built this year.
Be sure to check their website for special events and hours throughout the year. For Discover Long Island, I'm Brianna McEnroe.
I can still remember going there as a kid.
I bet.
Thanks, Brianna.
Still ahead.
The fish I catch are swimming in the morning and they're on the plate for dinner.
Meet the East End fisherman who turned a hobby into a dream career. Welcome back to the East End. You know, Montauk is synonymous with fishermen, and here at Inlet Seafood Restaurant in Montauk, you can literally watch the seafood come off the boat and onto your plate.
Nestled about as far east as you can go without a boat is one of the East End's most captivating settings. But more than that, the story of a group of local fishermen who decided a long time ago to do what they do best: respect the ocean, harvest the bounty, and feed the people. That's the motto at the Inlet Seafood Dock and Restaurant.
We're like farmers of the ocean.
In 1985, they bought the property, and since 2006, Richard Jones, Stu Foley, Bill Grimm, Dave Arapach, and 2 other commercial fishermen have been running the restaurant that serves seafood as fresh as it gets.
The fish I catch are swimming in the morning and they're on the plate for dinner.
So how did it all get started? Of course, out on the water.
We were all fishing together. We're all about the same age. Those guys are a little bit older than me. But, you know, we just came up with the idea once. This was for lease. And in order to control basically our destiny, sell fuel to ourselves, control the packing, it was the way to go.
And then Dave says opening a restaurant beside the dock was the next logical move.
Back when I started, I didn't expect a restaurant. I didn't know that we would buy the dock, you know, and here we are. It just all makes sense. It's a good feeling for all of us, I think, to have started where we did and end up now.
And what ended up on the dock during our visit was this 250-pound tuna, which minutes later, like they do every day here at the Inlet, was served up in a variety of ways to a busy lunch crowd. And Chef Johnny gave me a quick lesson on how to make their tuna tartare.
That's the tuna we just caught this morning, is now going on the plate. Yeah, that's how amazing this place is.
And watching Johnny go to work was also quite a show. Slicing and dicing, a little help from me mixing the ingredients, and Johnny's masterpiece was ready to serve, and with a lot of love on the plate.
I think we have probably some of the best staff on the whole East End here. They're here year after year. Some of them have been here probably since the opening. I mean, they make the place.
And there's nothing pretentious about anyone or anything here at Inlet. Just the freshest seafood, inspiring views no matter where you sit, and a bunch of guys doing what they love, who found a way to make a living by sharing it with others.
We weren't restaurant guys, we were fishermen. It seemed feasible that we could do it. Fishermen can be risk takers. You're like, okay, well, let's start a restaurant. Well, what do I know? I can cook a couple of eggs, but here we are.
It's a job that we love. We'd probably be fishing anyway, even if we weren't getting paid to do it.
It's not hard to go to work.
Yeah.
And when you enjoy your job, your life's a lot better.
Tucked away from the Hamptons' glitz and glamour is an East End garden oasis.
Peconic River Herb Farm in Calverton is a hidden gem that the whole family can explore. Take a look.
My name is Christina Spindler, and I'm the owner of Peconic River Herb Farm. We are a specialty plant nursery. We carry unusual plants that you can't find anywhere else. We like to set an example of what you can do in your yard. We opened in 1986, the month after my son Seth was born. He's grown up with the business, and my older son Luke was involved in the early days. We always had the original 13 acres, but we didn't utilize all of it the way we do today. We started with the original tool shed, then we built the log cabin. Over the years, we've added many more greenhouses and sheds. After 38 years, you end up with a lot of different buildings. At first, it would be just herbs and vegetables, but we stuck with the name because that's how we started out. We've since added perennials, annuals, tropicals, houseplants, trees, shrubs. We try to have everything you need. We have a very large 2-story barn that is our garden shop, we like to call it. We have spice blends, hot sauce, our own honey from our bees. They can browse there, or they can just go sit at a picnic table and enjoy the water and the wildlife. We do weddings and small events here. Free concert series, a couple of Sundays a month, and you're welcome to come and bring a picnic, and we get some good local bands.
This is a rambling red.
My staff are all avid gardeners. They all have home gardens, so we can help people with that. They're all very hardworking, so it takes a village, as they say, not just me. My son Seth is in charge of maintenance and upkeep on the place. Audrey, she's now my brand new daughter-in-law, and we hope to groom her and Seth to take over in the future. We're only an hour from Montauk and probably about an hour from Orient. We can go in any direction, and even better, people can come from any direction. I think we're pretty happy just maintaining what we have and enjoying it. It is very, very rewarding, and I've been very, very lucky.
For more information on Peconic River Herb Farm and to see a list of its upcoming events happening this summer and fall, just scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen. Still ahead.
I was with JP Morgan for 23 years. When I turned 50, I really had a realization that I wasn't really sure that I was doing what I wanted to do in life.
Meet the former Wall Street executive who traded the hustle and bustle of the Big Apple for the Hamptons, and see how the East End is inspiring his art. That's coming up.
Welcome back to the East End. From the North Fork to the Hamptons, the East End attracts A-list performers and inspiring artists.
One of them, a former Wall Street exec who traded his Manhattan career for peace and painting. Take a look.
This truly is an area that artists have been drawn to for years. My name is Giehl, and I'm an artist. I have two main series that I focus on. One are my abstracted seascapes. The other series I do, these block paintings, which are sort of part painting, part sculpture. I started painting in earnest, full-time, 8 years ago. I was with JP Morgan for 23 years. When I turned 50, I really had a realization that I wasn't really sure that I was doing what I wanted to do in life. But I sort of knew that there was this sort of creative sort of energy that I needed to explore and to release. So I left JP Morgan, and my husband and I sold our apartment in the city, and we moved out to our home here in East Hampton. I love Louse Point, Gerard Drive, Gardiner's Bay and Gardiner's Island. My seascapes are inspired from the various fishing trips that my husband and I go on. I personally love using oils. It gives me time to work. I use sprayers to apply the paint. I like the abstraction that I get from this pixelated quality to the sea and the sky that I really like to deal with. Before I start any block painting, I have an idea in mind. The inspiration can be a color, texture. I'm applying these organic little shapes made out of pumice stone. Each block on its own is sort of like a small painting, a small composition in itself. With hundreds of other blocks, it becomes this totally different composition. I use upwards of 500, 600, 900 individual blocks at 4 different depth profiles. The idea is that as the natural light changes throughout the day, the shadows sort of change, and the paintings do look like they're in constant motion. Something that I've created that is now part of somebody else's world is like a full circle moment for me, which I really love.
such amazing work.
Gorgeous stuff. Yeah, all right. Time now to check your answers on our East End trivia game. If you've been playing along, scan that QR code at the bottom of your screen. You could win a free trip on the Hampton Jitney to the East End or some News 12 swag.
You'll also find more information on our website about all the places we've explored in this episode.
And while you're there, let us know about your favorite places to visit on the East End, from the lavish to the local.
Because it just may be our next adventure. See you next time.